Today we're on the Kentucky River. I've got a good friend of mine over here, Mr. Rick Hill, who's the artist for the magazine. You all know him. And we were talking not too long ago. Rick saw the thing we did on the
silver carp.
Silver. That was actually a big hit.
Big hit. That was right. It was a big hit.
And it was good. It was really good to eat. So then you said, Farmer, I've been hearing about this gar, and you've eaten it before, and it's pretty good.
One time.
But it's not easy to clean. I mean, they got an armor plate like a
very intimidating. So look, that's why people don't fool with them, and they've heard lots of stories through time about their poison or, you know, they're dangerous or whatnot. But
well, the only thing that's poison is their eggs.
Correct.
They're poison to us.
Right. Not to other fish, but to all birds and mammals, and of course, thus humans.
So don't eat their eggs.
Don't eat the eggs, but the meat is very palatable.
So you're going to clean it.
I'll clean it.
I like it.
Now these are longnose gar we're after.
These are longnose gar. In the Kentucky River, that's probably all we're going to see. This is for a buddy of mine who watches the show. He just happens to be a professor.
Right.
And he sent in a question and said, why aren't you eating those gar? So you know what? This is
do
for
it.
you, buddy. We're going to go out and try to get one. That's 450 degrees today, which is the ideal temperature for shooting gar.
Right.
It's really,
It's just right.
It's just right. So
Yeah.
let's get our life jacket on real quick. Let's run up the river here. Let's go get one.
In the average fisherman looks at a gar, it's heard forever that they reduce fish population.
Yeah.
You know, they're hard on the game fish. and whatnot.
Exactly. They see them
Right.
eating shad and,
Right.
and eating all the stuff that, you know, and they think and I'm sure they get some game fish too, but you know.
Yeah, but in the river here, we primarily, I'm sure, rough fish is what they catch.
Yeah.
So it's part of the balance. I mean, it's a native fish, unlike the Asian carp.
But there's
At
plenty
least
of them.
and there's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why not utilize them for food?
Exactly.
The people see the teeth, they are hard to catch, but they can be caught on a rod and reel, as well as taken with the bow. But when it comes to cleaning a gar, it's the ganoid scales that scare people. It's like armor plating. You can't scale a gar. They have to be, you have to take the hide off of a gar, completely skin the gar.
I'm glad you're long today.
That's what intimidates people to ever even think about, but it's not that bad if you know how to do it.
All right, let's see if the eyes of the ubiquitous Rickster.
I'm casting my eyes upon the river. If there's one there, we'll spot it, and it's up to you after that.
That's right.
Oh, what a shot!
I believe you get a fillet off of him, Rickster. Now, we killed that one in self-defense, Ricky. I believe
He was headed for the boat.
he was coming to get
He
you.
was coming right at us.
He hates you.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I remember a picture back in the old days of you holding the gar up.
yeah. Oh, the
He was-
famous picture.
He was out for revenge, I do
That's
believe.
right.
You know, Rick, we're up here today. We're just seeing mainly little fish. You know, we shot some big fish this year at Nolan and stuff, but you know, we got a medium-sized one in the cooler. It's
Right.
getting really hot. There's probably less contaminants in the smaller fish. We're not making excuses here, but he's probably a little more tender.
Well, smaller fish is always more tender, not as strong flavored.
Obviously,
Right.
he has had a frontal lobotomy. This fish has passed on to the great beyond. He is not with us anymore, which is a good way to start cleaning a
Well,
fish.
one thing's for sure, when you shot him, you really nailed him.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
first thing you got to
I
do
had to do that to hold him down.
is take a hacksaw.
And I'm going to make a little cut here because the reason we have to start that way is this is not your ordinary fish. As we discussed, these primitive ganoid scales are extremely tough.
Ganoid.
And that gives us a starting point. Okay.
So you just got a pair of cutters there. Going right down.
Right down the side here.
So you're going to skin this fish.
Right. That's the only way to get to the meat on these.
Gotcha.
It's just you can't handle it any other way. Now I'm going to go right down the center.
Gee.
And if you don't think that's tough, we don't want to get way down in there, so let's stay up here. Just run down. You also need to be careful because the scales are sharp.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
And do remember, we said this earlier, but the eggs are poisonous to humans.
That's right. Actually, this is going pretty well.
It is.
As long as the next part, which I think I know what to do, this will go well.
I'm impressed.
So here we go. Now.
Wow. So you're just taking off his armor plating.
Yeah. We just cut it loose because
Pull and cut method.
Because since I cut that other line down there, and there was a reason I did that.
Take his coat off.
See, there's the
Just kind of pull and
damaged area. Okay. Okay.
Pull and cut.
Isn't that a strange sound?
That is.
Look at that gaping hole.
All right, what are you doing now? You just cutting along the backbone. That's some pretty good looking meat, Rick.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, now we're gonna come off with a boneless fillet here?
Yes.
Well.
It's like cutting out to like a back strap.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're doing here. Okay.
Very
Now this should be a boneless strip of meat. All right, now see?
Now how about that? That's good
Now that's
white looking
one.
meat.
Clean that up.
Yeah. So again, you're just
Get
going
on
right
this side.
along that spine. All you got left, there's really not a whole lot of waste
No,
here.
there's not
You go
a lot
right
of
down the
waste.
rib cage.
And you'll notice the issue. Remember that the flesh of the fish is excellent eating, according to some.
According to
We're
some,
about
but
to
we're gonna be honest.
get our own
We're gonna be
opinion here.
honest with you.
But the roe or the eggs is considered poisonous. So stay away from that. But you'll notice when you clean one this way, we're not even into the entrails. So we're nowhere near where you come in contact with the eggs anyway.
All right, I got this little batter here. I pre-mixed it at the house. We're doing this right here in the office for convenience sake. Now this is just a little white cornmeal with a salt and pepper, a little Cajun seasoning. And we have cut that
It's starting.
each piece into 3 separate pieces. We're gonna have about 6 pieces. We'll let some folks sample it and see what they think. So we can have a taste test. And we use the healthiest oil we could find, which is of course peanut oil. That's a joke, Rick.
Is that peanut oil?
That is peanut oil.
Peanut oil is good for frying fish, though.
It is good for frying fish.
Now, the healthy part, I'm not
So
really
sure
sure
about that, but it sure does taste good.
It doesn't have any strong smell while it's cooking.
No strong smell. But you know, down south, they sure like that alligator gar.
That's the thing. And there's not much difference between a longnose gar and an alligator gar.
Yeah. One thing we didn't do, which we could have done, but we could have soaked this overnight in salt water,
Right?
which might not have been a bad idea. But one thing that I have noticed while I'm cooking it so far is that it's really curling up, and it's pretty tough. So
It's
it
definitely
almost
not-
looks like, you know, we talk about alligator gar. It almost looks like alligator meat, which I've had before. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Now I've heard from the old timers, you got to eat when it's hot, right?
That's right.
If the question was, would you do it again? Is it worth the cleaning? Now, you're the one who cleaned it. If you had a 40-incher, would you do it?
I'd say definitely.
I think it's good. No, seriously.
It almost does have a meat consistency and taste. There's no fishy taste to it. What would you compare it to? Closest thing.
Probably alligator.
Really?
I like it. I like it. I'll tell you what. But this
Maybe
is
it's
you and me. Nathan, come back here.
Well,
Try
Nathan,
that piece right there.
that piece. I think you'll like it.
See what you think. Got to get impartial.
It's very good.
Well,
I think it's worth the effort.
You like my secret batter?
the batter is good too.
I'll give it 1 thumbs up. 2 if I could, Rick. One or two? Two?
We'll give it 2.
We got
It's
5
good.
thumbs up out of 5. I will do it again. Brainerd, you were right. I will
Absolutely.
not waste any more garlic.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.